It's always such a dramatic entrance, isn't it?
I'm not ready yet.
Well, how are you not ready? You just sat down like 5 minutes ago.
I'm not ready yet.
That's because you're too busy talking at me.
That was mean. I
Sorry.
wasn't talking at you. It wasn't aggressive or volume.
Oh my god, chat, help me. I spent 25 minutes sat in front of the computer trying to figure out what the fuck we were going to talk about with Warhammer 40k right now.
Oh, is that why you're being mean to me? Because you've got no content.
I've
so you're
got
trying
no
to get
content,
a rise out
Liz.
of me.
And
Is that, have I just taken the bait?
And I'm now daily looking at the channel numbers, and we're suffering because we've got no content. Because we're in 10th edition's Twilight Years, we have no content.
Well, you're about to get content now.
There's no news. The lack of 40k news is literally killing me, and it's sort of killing the channel a bit at the moment as well. We went through it in 9th. It's not a massive surprise. It's a fucking battle right now. But thankfully, we've got massively penised individuals like Matt, who comes in and throws 50 at me immediately.
A fiddy.
And Yeston with a 1. But mostly Matt with the 50. Thank you, Yeston, as well. But mostly Matt with the 50. Matt, fucking hell. He did a cheeky 100 yesterday as well.
Oh my god.
What a fucking legend. Thank you so much.
We should all get a job at Matt's place.
Honestly,
got that much disposable.
It's a little concern right now, chat. I don't know what we do.
We go outside and we get third jobs.
Yeah. Well, I can't because all my other time is building this fucking venue.
Do you know, I think we haven't given the paper round enough of a chance.
I don't have time for a paper round.
Do you know, I think they're missing a trick. Not just newspapers, all the magazines
Yesterday,
should be on the paper round.
Up at 6, in work for 8:15, home at 11:30 at night.
That's fine. That's just
When do I fit the paper round in there?
I'll do the paper round. I'll double up with a dog walk. I tell you what, 20 quid, give me all your dogs. I'll walk them at the same time as doing all the papers in the magazines.
We probably need more than 20 quid.
No, 20 quid per dog.
Right, okay, that's slightly better. That was already a terrible business plan to start with.
What could we call it?
Call it £19.
We could call it.
£19.
We could call it delivering the bullshit and picking up the dog shit. We could call it that. It's a bit of a long one.
Deliver poo.
Yeah. There's shit in both sides of it.
Deliver pooch.
One of them's organic.
My God, chat, it's fucking murdering me right now.
Only Dad's page.
I don't know what we do here. And then at the moment, building Hobby House, which is bringing me genuine joy, is also costing me all of my organs. All of them. Isaac, thank you so much for 20 gifted memberships. That's a loose hope.
It is.
For Isaac. Isaac? How do you say that one?
Isaac.
Yeah?
Yeah. I hope for you, Isaac, you don't get this awful cold/flu going round.
I swear to God, if you make me sick, I'm divorcing you.
Really?
Yes.
I'll consider it.
I can't. For getting me through work. Well, you're getting me through now as well. I just. What do we do? Tell me. So I tell you what. We can start off the bat, right? Blue ones and above. Postcards. What the fuck do we do going forwards? Because people are saying, like, I saw someone say reviews, right? Which is fine. I'm okay with that. That's cool. We can do that. But that's kind of pre-recorded content. I have a live stream schedule to upkeep because this is the way the channel's funded. And normally there's an article that comes out or a new codex or a new detachment or some rules or an balance update. And we can talk about all those things on Wednesday shows and Monday shows and Liam and Joe shows. And then Fridays I'll hang about and do fucking crazy shit, right? So these shows are becoming really fucking hard because I strolled through Warcom. I was like, there's nothing here that for me is of interest that we haven't already talked about. So what the hell do I do to try and keep you guys entertained for the evening? So there's two things you can do tonight for me if you want to, actually. The first one is that you can stick on postcards any suggestions of things we could perhaps talk about specifically on live streams, but you know, and I've got a notepad and pen here in front of me, which also has the voucher giveaway target, the voucher value and the date on it. I'll show you now.
Oh. Please don't throw up, Emmy.
It's this bottom line, right?
I can't believe you're going to give them a voucher for £1. That is mean.
And so I'll show you now before they do the giveaway thing, right? And what you can also do if you want to is you can ask me anything for now, and it can be about Warhammer. It can be about literally fucking anything within reason. Obviously, if you ask me my wife's bra size, I'm probably not going to tell you.
Do you know, I don't even know it. My body has fluctuated so much. I don't even know it.
So let's be sensible, right? Let's be sensible. If you ask me how many strokes till vinegar, I'm not going to tell you that. But
How many what?
strokes till vinegar.
What's that?
Don't worry. You can ask anything you want. You can
I
ask
want to
about-
ask that. That's my question.
You can ask about
what
hobby.
strokes
I
till
said
vinegar?
probably not, didn't I? I said you can ask about hobby house. You can ask about Warhammer. You can ask about anything at all. Go for it. Hit me with it. Right. Just do those things.
Hit me with your rhythm
And then there's
stick.
possibly that will give us ideas as well. Thank you so
What
much,
is
Dave WK.
strokes till vinegar. Do you see what you're making me do? You're making me go and search sexual questions on the internet.
Have you done that on incognito mode?
No,
Good.
that's your fault.
Dave WK, thank you for the 20 gifted memberships. You're a legend. And thank you, Mordy Hammer, for the one. We need a hope for Dave WK. Andrew's mate.
I hope for you, I hope for you, Dave, that when your dog throws up, they do it on a dry wipe floor.
Yeah?
That's what I hope for you.
On a dry white floor. Has your housewife mop turned up yet?
No. Vinegar strokes is slang for the final moments of sexual intercourse, specifically when a male ejaculates. The term is thought to come from two possible origins. Either the strained facial expression a man might have during climax, similar to the face made when tasting vinegar, or the fast, short, and jerky strokes used to achieve climax, similar to shaking a vinegar bottle. I am informed.
Was that Urban Dictionary?
No.
Oh. Where was
know.
that from?
Google.
Oh. And that's the content you're paying for.
So I didn't need my driver's license, but I can find shit out.
Yeah, that's the content you're paying for, right? That's the content you're paying for. So hit me, chat.
I don't want to get sick.
Early loose fact. Yeah, I'm not. That I'm current. I recently told you, chat, that I'm basically off alcohol, right? Which I kind of am. I have a beer or two at football with my dad, which is there's 22 or 23 games this season, and that's pretty much been it. That's a great question.
Which days around Christmas would you be live?
I have 2 seconds. I'll have a look. But at the moment, what I'm doing, because all the kids, I've never tried this before. I'm gonna hold my hands up. This is a new thing. I've not done this before. All the kids are quite sick. They've got head colds. Lucy's starting to say she's starting to feel rough. My current medicinal plan
Yeah.
is a double whiskey a day.
There's something in it. The amount of old folk I've cared for, and they'll have a wee dram before bed. There's something in it.
Double whiskey a day currently, and I'm not feeling a single symptom right now. Touching all the wood.
With the ton of shelving, realistically, how much stock can you range?
Right, I'll start with Pete's and I'll get on to Stefan. So we'll start with Pete's. Thank you so much, Pete, for the $2. Christmas is an interesting question. I hadn't yet looked at the calendar, and that's not showing me a calendar. Oh, here we go. So in December, Christmas Day is the Thursday, so there'll be no streaming on the 24th, 25th, 26th for certain, because that's Christmas. We might do a Boxing Day night stream, you and I, with a glass of sherry or 12.
Why do you, Carl? Why do you have to stream within earshot of your kids? That's your poor parenting choice.
So, like, I reckon we could do a Boxing Day evening show.
Favorite pizza toppings?
We'll get to that. What do you reckon?
Yeah, that'll be a Friday, won't it?
Friday the 26th. So we'll miss Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, because Christmas Eve is my birthday and the kids' Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day is Christmas Day. Tuesday the 23rd, I might struggle to get a Christmas game in from the lads. If I can, I'll fucking do it. The Monday will be a normal show. And then the Saturday, Sunday, 29th will be a normal show. The 30th is, I'm not sure. I'll see what the lads want to do. The 31st, which is the Wednesday, which is New Year's Eve, we will have our New Year's Eve stream. And Luce is currently doing her homework to see who the winners are.
Yep, I've got Mr. January and Mr. February.
Yeah. And by winning, what you do is you have to send us a photo of yourself for the calendar.
Yes!
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Who's Mr. January? Do we know? Oh, actually, we're not going to say. We're not going to say. No, don't say.
Well, I know.
Yeah, but we'll save it
And
till...
what we'll do is we'll make it into a calendar, and then we'll say to Models for Heroes, we've got you a charity calendar for this year.
Yeah. Do you want 12 pages of fat blokes naked?
Well, they have to put the Santa's hat somewhere.
No, not a Santa's hat, just a box of models.
They have to put their box somewhere.
Yeah, of course. That's a great idea. That's what you win, all right?
You win the calendar.
So the plan so normally the plan is around Christmas is to take a week off. The plan this year is not to do that. And the reason why the plan this year is not to do that is because I can't fucking afford to, quite frankly. Thank you, Stefan, by the way, for 5 gifted memberships. You're an utter hero.
We're going to take a week off in November.
Yeah! That's exactly when it's happening.
That's when it's happening.
I am, and I'm not, again, I keep saying this, and I genuinely want to stress this, I'm not looking for fucking sympathy, but I am fucked right now. But I was stood there, I will say, I was stood there in the room today at the end when one of the guys had gone home, when the tradesmen had gone home, I stood there, I was going, I can actually see this coming together.
Oh my
I can
God.
actually start to see the shapes. There's
Yeah.
things that are happening. It's fucking happening. So I am getting excited for it, but my lord, it's killing me slightly, right?
Britters, I had to abandon last year's winners because you've all made so many alternate accounts.
That hasn't really changed this year. Stefan...
There's slightly less of them.
Stefan says, with a ton of shelving, realistically, how much stock can you range? A lot. Toby convinced me
Yeah.
that we weren't going to have enough shelving.
Do you have too much shelving?
I think we've got too much shelving.
Okay.
I think that the shelving in the shop alone will be enough to probably stock the whole of the first order we put in with GW.
Well, that's good.
It is, because there's nothing upstairs for the online store. I also think, I don't know this, so bear with me. I also think there is a world where we open the shop first and then we launch the website slightly later, like a month later. So we get the in-store processes working,
Okay.
and then we open up the store. There's a few reasons, because we're having some slight problems with issues we want to solve for the website. Our person dealing with the website has had some problems.
Based on the Shadow Sword book, could a Krieg Rogel Dawn have mixed crew with the minis popping out in Cadian uniform of various colours?
Yes, 100%. Absolutely. You'd be fine, Adrian. So there's a world where we maybe mid-December soft open the shop without the website, which would then mean the stock isn't an issue because we wouldn't need the online stock, right? Jeremy, thank you so much for 5 gifted memberships. He says just dropped in while on a break. You're a hero. Dropping in and gifting 5 is amazing. So that is a world where we can do that. And the amount of people that said they want to come to store and spend money, what we're going to do for the first 12 months at least is cycle all profit in.
When's the next HH update video?
Soon, TM. So we can cycle all the profit in and increase the stock holdings.
What does TM mean?
Trademarked. So we can cycle all the profit in to the stock to increase the stock holdings specifically online upstairs, because to catch up some of the bigger retailers, we need hard investment into stock levels as fast as possible.
I see.
So people like me, I'm not taking any money out of Hobby House in terms of me being paid. This is why the channel's so fucking important, chat. I mean it genuinely. I'm not taking any money out of this business for 2-3 years minimum.
I'll be waiting with some mistletoe, but I'm not going to give away where it will be placed.
We all know.
Sad Joe.
We all know, Chris. We all know. We all know. Mandy, thank you for the one gifted. You're a legend. So yeah, so it's going to take... we're not going to catch up with people like Element and Wayland anytime soon. That's going to take us a very long time, and that's fine. I accept that. However, we want to increase that stock holdings as much. I've got about 250 of Eldar I want from shop day. You come down and buy it, mate, 100%. That would be fucking incredible. Because what we do is we sell it all to you, we rebuy what we've sold to you, and we've got money left over to put into more stock. That's what we're going to do, you know? So if you're going to come and drop 250 quid on Elder and buy a coffee, I can't tell you how happy I'll be, Carl, honestly. So yeah, there's that, right? But I think it might be better for us as well to open the shop first, because I now think the shop's going to be ready before the online store is.
Yeah.
Despite the fact we've got to get all the screens up, we've got to have the bar finished, it's nearly there. We've got to get all the shelving's now planned. That's now got to come back down so the floor can go in, then the shelving can go back up, right?
I had to use Urban Dictionary to find out what debone meant last week, as it was flagging on our safeguarding rules. Kids using it in Teams chats. P.S. If you look, it's not stream safe.
Debone.
Debone, yeah, you can.
Well, that's surely an erection.
Just
Surely.
Just Google it.
It's an erection.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think so.
What
He said it's not streamed safely.
does debone mean? It's an erection.
So I think that we've got to get the floor in, right?
To remove bones from a piece of meat. Why is Google being nice to me now?
I don't think you've written it correctly. Did
I
you
have-
dash bone?
Let me do the dash.
There's a face, and I'm sat in bated breath.
Okay, last donation for a bit lol bills came in for the baby. Honestly less than expected. A little under $5 after insurance took care of it. Anyway, I'm back at work. Husband is at home taking care of him for the next 12 weeks.
Congrats, Mandy. Hope you're all doing well. Hope everything's going well. A little under $5 is nothing. I'm sure you mean $5K. Otherwise, a little under $5 is a bargain, Mandy, from what I've heard in America land. So yeah, so then the floor's got to come back out, go in. Once the floor goes back in, the shelving can go back up and get screwed in and mounted correctly. We've got currently a guy in fitting all this. We've got 30 speakers. 30 speakers loose.
How loud do you need Blink 182?
And they're in zones. So the bar social zone can be slightly quieter or louder than the gaming zone, which can be slightly louder or quieter than the zone that's for when you walk in the building. Oh my God. We've now got cameras in Crackhead Corner.
First time catching one of these, not a game. Assume loose fact time is a traumatizing regular event. Amazing to see the HH progress as well.
Yes, Rory. Loose fact is often traumatizing or a flat fucking lie. It's normally one of those two, right? That's it. That's what it is.
Yeah. Leave now if you
If
scare
Hobby
me.
House doesn't have a cardboard cutout of Pickle Joe, I'm not coming over from America.
We have been offered a 6-foot Space Marine Terminator.
I was wondering if there are any local kids' Christmas present projects in Southampton that I could buy stuff from HH for to donate to children.
Do you know what? In hospitals, the children's ward tends to have a cluster of teens that aren't yet adult to go onto the adult ward, but they're not really getting anything from the toys on the children's ward. So Warhammer would actually probably go down great for the teens that are just they're too old and too young.
That's an interesting one. I don't know is the honest answer, guys. The other thing you could do, because it's Warhammer specifically, I'll talk to Malcolm, but the other thing you could do, I was talking to him today, at some point in the near future he's going to come down to site because I want to know how perhaps Hobby House can do more work to support Models for Heroes. Like whether we do a monthly or a 6 monthly, I don't know how often they rotate through the cities, like a coffee morning where they can come in and, because what we're currently planning to do is we're currently planning to be open sort of mid-afternoon time-ish. Yeah. Just we need to nail these details in mid-afternoon time to late, to 10, 11 o'clock, right? Because most people in the week at least will probably come and play games when they finish work, right? Normally. So that means that in the morning times, from like 9 till say 3, 4 o'clock, that gives us plenty of time to pick and pack online orders when the online shop's up and running, right? This is a loose plan, by the way, so don't hold me to this. That does mean that in the mornings the venue's empty. Now, how difficult it would be to say, on a Friday morning, for example, once every 2 months, Models for Heroes can have the venue for a coffee morning, which is a private event. It's not a public event to start with, because then if it's a private event, the staffing requirement is likely smaller because we know the number of people coming in, so it's easier to kind of staff that and look after it while someone else is or 2 other people are picking and packing orders. So what I might suggest, Gaz, because 40k and Warhammer is not normally a kid-friendly thing, is maybe I talk to Malcolm about Hobby House purchases as Christmas gifts for Models for Heroes. That's possibly where I'd push that if you're open to that as an idea. I don't know how you feel about that though.
I know what debone is now.
Is it something that's stream friendly? Oh. Is it stream friendly? Because Dave says it's not stream friendly. When have we cared? What is it?
A person who enjoys duct taping women to the bed when having sex with them. The guy with the tape is a real debone with her. I'm getting genuinely concerned that kids talk like this.
So one, what is the reference? How does that fit? Right? And 2, Why do kids know it? Because there's certain references out there, like what the sexual act of a Charizarding is.
What's that? Charizard is fire. You should not be playing with fire
You'll have to read it, won't you?
in a room that's full of soft
But
furnishings.
if you read what that is, you'll get the reference.
What is a Chara?
Models for Heroes sent me a massive box of hobby stuff after I was diagnosed with MS. Genuinely hit the feels. Legends, aren't they? Oh, I need to share something from them as well because there's a fundraiser going on by someone for them, and they sent it to me and asked me if I could share it. Give me a second. I'll put it in the chat for you wonderful heroes if you fancy it. No pressure.
What the fuck?
How do I open the link?
Dave, is Charizard being texted between your students?
Can I share the link by copy link? Right, I'm gonna put a link. I don't know how this is working. I think it's Anyway, I'm gonna post a link in chat about a fundraiser that Models for Heroes have got currently going on, or someone's doing for them, or something dark side.
Tromboning. Do you know what that is? Why do you know these words?
I know all of the things, Lise.
How do you know them?
You're the one that doesn't know.
Why do you know? How is it on things like Instagram? Is your Instagram just full of porny shit?
I am an influencer in the social media space. I need to know all these things. Okay. Although I didn't know what deboning was, to be fair. I didn't know that one. That was a thing that I hadn't heard of. Did you read Charizarding?
Yeah. What? How do you find this stuff out? Is it new, or did you hear about it in school?
Oh, that's been out for ages. I don't know about new, but it's not at school. But yeah. Oh no, Dave. Maybe you could help us. I actually don't know the answer to this. Luce was like, "What is this 6-7 nonsense?" Is that what it was?
Yeah. What's
6-7? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is at all.
6-7.
If you're unaware, chat, and you're thinking about gifting some memberships, we do a thing now on the show where I put 3 question marks. As and when you hit the number with your gifted memberships, the question mark will show you what the number is. If you manage to unlock all 3 question marks, you will win a voucher of random value that I write down at the start of the stream, which is written down in front of me right now. Okay? So there you go. That's for you people. That's the thing you can do. There was another question that came in. So, let's see if I can find this other question that came through. Favourite pizza toppings was the one. So yeah, Stefan, to answer your question, sorry, to go back to your question, how much can we stock? We're going to be able to stock a lot more than I think we could. I think we're still going to hit a capacity limit at some point, but we've got plans for that. We've got a contingency plan for that, which is a bonus at least. There's lots and lots and lots of extra planning that's been going into this last few months. Lots of conversations. We have a weekly catch up amongst the directors and shareholders. There's lots to be discussed. There's lots of plans. Plans are evolving on the daily. No plan survives first contact. So on the frequent, we're changing and tweaking, and that doesn't quite work. So let's change it to this, and that now quite works, and that workflow's not quite right. And there's lots of shit going in to try and make this a really smooth and cool operation. I think Toby is overspent on shelving. I think I can dock his first month's wages for shelving.
Does he know?
He'll owe us. He'll owe us. We've got a lot of fucking shelving. And the way... It depends on how we show product. But the way that we're planning on showing product, we can probably put a lot of product on shelving. And then you guys can come in for the first weekend, wipe us out of product, and then we reorder it all, and then you can do it again. And then eventually we take over the world. We get hobby houses everywhere. One in Birmingham, one in fucking Essex somewhere, one in Newcastle, one in fucking Manchester, one in Edinburgh, one in and, right? We have them fucking everywhere. One down in Bristol maybe or something, I'm not sure. Maybe a bit further along, maybe Plymouth. So we get to a point where we've got 10 of them in the UK, and then we go, this is going really fucking well. And we open Hobby House New York, yeah. No stress. Nobody says favourite pizza toppings.
I feel sad.
Why?
I thought there was having sex and being adventurous and experimenting, and then there was making babies, and sometimes those two cross-pollinate.
Do they?
But now what all the kids are talking about is making me really sad.
Why?
Anyone else feel sad? Like, oh God, how do you do sex education at school when all of this
You
is out there?
You just give them a VPN and Pornhub, you're off. It's fine. Or Rachel fucks it up for everyone. That's a possibility as well, Kai, because at the moment no one fucking knows what she's about to say in a week or two. Jesus. Fast on with the Welsh lockdown. We can take over the Wales. Ben, what's your favourite pizza topping?
Probably ham, pineapple, and mushroom.
My normal go-tos, if I order from a Domino's, which is... My normal go-tos is a Texas barbecue or an American hot.
Content idea. List reviews on a scale of Toby to Joe.
That's a great idea. How many Tobys, how many Joes, how many Paddies? So the Toby scale, 1 to 5 Tobys, is from no narrative to full narrative. The Joe scale, 0 Joes to 5 Joes, is how many times have you spammed the same unit. And the Paddy scale, 0 Paddies to 5 Paddies, is about how competitive you listed, right? And then you get an overall total. That's a fucking great idea. And we can put little graphics on screen. 3 out of 5 Tobys. 2 out of 5 Joes. 1 out of 5 Paddies. That's a fucking great idea. The Springies, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. You're a legend. What a fucking hero. What a man. What a guy. Go on, chat. Dog's excited. The dog gets excited when I shout. I've drank so much tea today, I think I'm pissing PG tips.
Oh, I saw a thing on Facebook today. A lady who has worked for the NHS for 50 years got a tea bag as a thank you. No handshake from the boss, no cake, no let's all organise or do a whip round. Just a thank you for your service and a tea bag. She wasn't retiring. It was just a...
My leaving present was fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Do you remember it?
But they organised that amongst themselves.
My leaving present was for when I left Siemens was fucking incredible. The best part of the leaving present was that they all asked me not to go, which was really nice. Legitimately quite a nice thing. Please don't go. We might get a worse boss. Then what they did...
Wait, hang on. That can be interpreted a whole other way if it could get shitter.
Yeah, you're not great, but you're, you know, better the devil you know. I don't know. I think it's under there somewhere. I'm not going to dig it out. But then they got me a number of things. I had a little case where I had an engraved biro pen and an engraved fountain pen with I think it's here somewhere. That's that parcel that you said you'd send.
I'm doing it after.
Spend time after.
Keeping up with the kids is mad hard. Some of the safeguarding meetings I've been in make me really upset and worry. The context of them are awful. It's a real worry these days.
It is 100%. I'm not ignoring you, Dave. I'm trying to find my pen that's got engraved with nice words.
I
to
do
prove
feel
to you that some people appreciate me, chat.
I do feel very lucky that because we home ed and the boys have quite high controls on their iPads, they don't have mobile phones.
I feel very lucky that everything we're talking about they'd have no idea about.
Yeah, that I can essentially control all the information coming into the house to a point. But also, James will just come downstairs and ask me. Like what did he ask me the other day?
So I got 2 lovely engraved pens. Then they also got me a fucking great big ammo crate, which was engraved on the side. And I opened that ammo crate up, and there was 2 cigars, a cigar cutter, a bottle of port, and 2 engraved glasses. Fucking incredible work. It was absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So yeah. So my favourite toppings of pizza, it varies back to nobody's question, right? I do like a spicy one. I do like a barbecue one. I'm also a big fan of anchovies.
Scientists recently combined the DNA of a cheetah with the DNA of a crab. Things went sideways real fast.
If in doubt, shit jokes also cheer me up.
Oh, that was it. He asked me the other day what masturbation was because he heard it on Family Guy. So, not Parent of the Year at all. He watches Family Guy. Not Parent of the Year. But that was a moment of, oh.
That was a moment of, you're nearly 13, you're probably already doing it.
Well, that, and then we got to talking about, like, do you want me to get you some books and just leave them in your room that tell you about, like, personal hygiene and the birds and the bees, or do you want to just ask me questions like this and I'll field them as and when? And he chose from column A and column B.
We'll just create him an account on Twitter and it'll be fine.
No, let's not.
Then he'll learn everything.
No, let's not.
In no time at all.
But yeah, some of these safeguarding words. Oh God, I think I'd.
I'm conscious. No, but I'm conscious. I haven't really answered your question. I like a spicy pizza. I like a barbecue pizza. I like an anchovy pizza. That's my favourites. In no particular order either. I hate a plain pizza. I'm controversial. Controversial, right? I will eat pineapple on pizza. I will never choose to have it.
I must be in the minority because everyone, the whole pineapple on pizza thing, everyone I know, oh no, I'm thinking it's lovely.
This is a conversation older than time.
Even McDonald's, they're doing their. I saw it on a bus stop. They're doing their world menu, and it's called the Australian burger, and it's a big chunk of pineapple, and I think it's a fried chicken burger.
Yeah.
And the pineapple's spicy.
Put some mags out in the garden. Yeah, you just got to leave a couple of Playboys underneath the bush.
Not those kinds of books.
That's how you used to find them in the woods. Leave helpful little post-it notes around the house. That would traumatise me, Escapade.
I was thinking of showing him about the 3 phases of syphilis.
Yeah.
Just to be like, phase 1.
I do have a soft spot for Domino's burger topping pizza. That's my eldest's favourite, and I think it's fucking rancid.
Mm.
But then I also don't like gherkins, really. And it's got that on it, isn't it?
They're so good for you, gherkins.
I'm sure they are. Interestingly, it's not that I don't like pineapple. I've got a right taste for it lately. Because you can buy trays of it like that big from Morrison's for like £1 or whatever. So I take it to work, and I the last 3 days in a row, I've eaten so much pineapple, you just about get the burny feel in the top of your mouth.
Yeah, I can't eat it like
I love
that.
it.
It has to be cooked.
No,
Otherwise it just
I've got
burns
a
my
real.
tongue.
I go through phases. Like up until this week, it was strawberries. I was just buying punnets of strawberries and eating those, but they're fucking expensive. And then before that, it was blueberries. I had a thing for blueberries.
Did you know?
Yes.
Blueberries are only a superfood because they're the colour blue.
See, you've told me this before.
If you were to take that colour blue out of a blueberry, it would just be like and then put the blue into something else, it would turn that food
what is
into
the blue
a
then?
superfood. I don't know.
It's not just blue, is it? There must be something in it to make
yeah,
it.
definitely. Yeah, it's a compound in it, but
No fruit should be anywhere near pizza at all. That includes tomato base, along with the barbecue base. Hawaiian pizza with sriracha sauce is my go-to every time. I can't do the whole pepperoni and mixed bell peppers. That sounds nice. I do like cheeky pepperoni. Big fan of that. Big fan of that, chat.
oh, there you go. They're not even blueberries; they're purple berries.
Well, so they can't be a superfood then.
Actually,
Bacon is
that's a really good point because anytime I make blueberry muffins, it's purple.
See, Escapade gets it. Bacon is grown on farms. Farms grow vegetables. Therefore, bacon is a vegetable.
No.
I go slightly different, right? Pigs aren't fed on meat. They're fed on vegetables and grains. Therefore, they are, in fact, vegetarian.
Well, they eat anything.
They're vegetarian.
I think the only thing they don't eat is teeth.
It's like cows, right? Cows eat grass. Yeah? Cows eat grass and hay. So they must be vegetarian.
Well, they are herbivores.
So when you eat them, you're still a vegetarian.
No.
Yeah.
It's not how the food chain works.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. The worst pizza people would order in my books was all vegetable pizza. I mean, some people are vegetarians, so casty, right? So they don't really have a choice of ordering anything other than. My worst type of pizza actually isn't a vegetarian pizza. My worst type of pizza is a gluten-free one.
Yeah, it's the grainy.
It's just a bit.
It's a grainy thing.
Domino's gluten-free one is okay. It's okay.
Actually,
It's not great. It's okay.
I know an awesome fact.
Oh,
And I
God.
don't know. This might interest Mandy.
Is it a loose fact?
Because she's currently a mummy. If you were breastfeeding 2 different aged children, so say you had a newborn on one boob and then a toddler on the other, your boobs would make the milk exactly to the child. So you technically make 2 different kinds of milk at the same time. How amazing is the body?
Is that true?
It's true.
I don't think that's true.
It's true. My friend who's a midwife, and now she's on and off in another career, but she still keeps her foot in the door.
That sounds like nonsense.
It's not. It's true. So as you feed your baby and they get older, the milk changes.
Well, that makes sense if it's your child.
Yeah, your own children, yeah. If you can breastfeed someone else's baby, that's amazing, but I'm talking about your own children. But there's no way,
like, if you've got like a 1-year-old and a 3-month-old, I mean, Jesus Christ, you got busy fast, right? But if you had that, there's no way that it's going to go, oh, hang on, that's the one on the right one. Mm-hmm. Nah, I'm not having that. I think Luce has lost it. Yeah, I think so too.
No, it's true. And the same way, the reason why you eat the sweet part of your meal towards the back of the meal is because your saliva has already changed to help counteract the acids and alkalines and sugars in your food.
I like to keep my hand in, I bet you do. Yeah. So one could have chocolate, the other could have strawberry. And then you go, swap over, and apparently they just know. They just know which one it is. We got a free loose fact. That was actually a loose fact at that point, yeah. Facts. Exactly, Chris. What happens if you swap them?
I guess for a second they'd get different milk until...
I think she's had you on there.
There's something that the midwives didn't tell me that I wish they'd warned me. When you have a baby, your breast milk doesn't always come through straight away. And if it's not come through straight away, your baby has to draw it through. And it's fucking painful. They don't tell you that bit. They say, it's beautiful, and it's bonding, and it's all juicy and squishy human experience. Fucking hurts.
There is nothing beautiful about it.
Breastfeeding is beautiful.
Oh, I thought you meant birth. Okay.
Birth it can be. It's terrifying and risky.
If this is loose sober, Boxing Day 12 Sherry Loose will be lit. Facts. Facts, Yeston. Utter facts. 100%. 100%. You still have, by the way, you've still got best part of 50 minutes at the moment to ask anything you want on a postcard. We had pizzas, Christmas schedule, how much stock can I hold, and something else. Come on, you can do better than that, chat. I still think that fact's nonsense, though, by the way.
I will text my friend. Let me text her.
That doesn't make it true. You can text me.
She was
can
a midwife
Dutch speak
for
German, and I can say yes. That doesn't make it a fact.
But she was a midwife for years. Years and years.
Anyway, back to the non-40k news. Oh my god. You should attach the right tap. Toby's upset with me, by the way, as well.
Why?
It's not my fault. I have to add this first. It's not my fault. But on Friday, I'm in Birmingham for Motorcycle Live. Mm. And this has been on the calendar for a very long time. And it's been on the calendar since the day started, and he knew about it. And he keeps hassling me to order things, because we do need to order things. And what I've been doing is slowly going over to the corner of the room, sobbing.
Because of them, yeah.
Because of the ordering things. And then eventually I cave, and I'm like, we do need that thing, and I order it, right? But I don't... It's weird. I have money to spend on a build, and I don't like spending it. Because I'm like, well, we still need what's called OPEX. We still need operating expenditure, essentially. And so over the course of this last week, we've been ordering things because he keeps nagging me to order things, and there's like 3 things now that are all turning up
on Friday.
On Friday morning.
Oh no! How early has he got to be in?
Some of them are quite heavy.
Well, they can just stay downstairs until.
Yeah, they can stay downstairs, but they still got to come in the downstairs. There's all the wood turning up to build the tables.
Yeah.
No, not the tabletops. The tabletops have already been delivered. Him and I carried them in last week. But all the wood to come in to build the tables. And then we've got... what else have we got turning up? We've got 16 boxes of carpet tiles. Turning up. There's something else which I've forgotten as well. So, you know.
Thank you, Edward. Ah. A mother's breast milk can be tailored for 2 different babies, such as twins, because each breast works independently, while the overall mature milk composition is relatively consistent.
2005 Marine 15 pints /pound 15 for 10, 2025 Marine 16 pints /pound 40 for 10. So yes, getting a 2000 pints army nowadays does cost a lot more. Pound per pints ratio ref yesterday.
Pounds per pints? That's a language you're talking that I understand. So 15 points for Marine, £15 for 10, £40 for 10, 16 points. So the points value is the same, but the cost has gone up by more than double. That's what I said.
And my midwife expert has said, yes, isn't it amazing? And if you have a baby at 28-week gestation, you'll produce exactly the right milk for a baby of that age. I don't know. What are you doing with your face? I don't understand why you don't believe it.
It sounds like nonsense.
And you've been a midwife
half
for...
half of the chat said it sounds like nonsense.
It's not nonsense.
I'm gluten intolerant, and yeah, I'm not a fan of gluten-free pizza, and I've had non-gluten-free pizza. Do you eat gluten-free non-gluten-free pizza as gluten intolerant? Or do you just go, I can't eat pizza? There's a reason for the big pizza chat as well, by the way. Thank you for the $5, Gas. Anyway, you're a hero. Capex also, yeah, exactly.
Are you one of those people that if you see a breastfeeding mother out in public, you think it's nudity?
No, doesn't bother me. Why?
Because you're just like, I can't believe you're making a face. Genuinely can't believe it. What an amazing... We know our bodies are amazing. They literally heal themselves.
Mostly.
So why,
they can mostly heal themselves.
Why wouldn't it produce the right milk for your baby that you have made?
Is Luce getting this advice from a stork, not a human?
Thank you, Lehman. I am right.
I mean, so for a random person...
Expert midwife.
A random person on the internet goes, you're right. That means you're right.
My friend has just said, yes, isn't it amazing?
Just go to Tesco, get a 2-litre milk carton. Yeah, exactly. Much easier. I'd end it if I couldn't eat pizza, to be honest. Couldn't eat pizza. He corrected that. I was about to say you end it if you could eat pizza. That's an odd thing to die on. He'll die on there, Dave, to be fair. So there's a reason why I'm asking this question, right? Because there's zero promise here, to be honest with you. However, we're looking into other things we can provide people on site.
What 40k /LOTR/fantasy lore or quotes would you slip into wedding vows? And how? No reason.
I know you're getting married soon, Deep Fried AA Rom. What would I fit in? I don't know any quotes that I would want to stick in there that would fit necessarily. I'd have to have a think about that one and send you some messages. Especially because I don't want to get things thrown at me right now. Breastfeeding in public is fine, just stay covered. I mean, I don't care either way, to be honest with you. It doesn't bother me. But I understand some people not being comfortable with it because some men are and just drooling in the corner of the coffee shop. You and Joe were talking about Marines and how now a Horde army, but it's just cost a lot more now to get it on the tabletop. Joe didn't understand. I was talking about points, not the quality of the model. All right, okay. I mean, the cost is inevitable, right? The cost increase was always going to happen. I just think the cost increase, and the cost increase, it's arguable that it's directly proportionate with the quality increase. It's arguable. Quality subjective, value subjective, obviously. The models are a lot nicer. Whether they are £15 to £40 nicer, I don't know. I can't eat gluten anymore. I'm 36, maybe between 25 and 30. I got away with sporadically eating food with gluten. After that, I had to stop. Isn't there another thing about people just becoming gluten intolerant as they get older, in general?
Would doubt nuts and Danish be an option to add?
Doubt nuts? Is that because you eat it and you instantly have doubt? Pastry, it's about what we have space to store, what we can realistically store, what we can realistically sell, and how much of that will then go off and be in. I don't like food wastage. I don't like food wastage. So if you've got things like, for sake of argument, frozen pizzas, the food wastage likelihood is lower. If you've got fresh pastries and sandwiches, the food wastage is much higher. You don't sell them, they go in the fucking bin. I hate that. And I don't think you're allowed to give them away. I think you can mark them down, but past sell by, I don't think you can even give them away. But I might be wrong. I don't know. Packet of nuts, cheap crisps, and Panda Pops. Not Panda Pops. Can't fucking hell. But I don't know if you can give it away, but I don't think you can give it away. You got told off for giving food away from Costa.
Yeah.
I just find out I can't digest fibre, so I have to shift onto a low FODMAP diet. What the fuck's a FODMAP diet?
Pineapple is the devil's topping. Alice, what do you think of the WCW layout drama?
What's that? What's the WCW layout drama? Give them away on sale by, technically not past sale by date. Aren't there food donation orgs in your area? Probably. Hate to see food waste. Here to offer myself as a human dustbin. I'm sure you are, Rory, yeah. Everyone just buys nothing because they're like, well, they'll just give it away on the day when it goes off. Not goes off. Hits the sell by date. All drinks measured in pints. Beers, wines, rums, water. Pint of wine. I don't actually know what alcoholic offerings we're going to give people yet, to be fair. Beer, yeah. Cider, obviously. Shorts is a complicated one. Because you need cups and glasses, I think. Wines is another complicated one, because beers you can just sell them by the... beers and ciders you can sell them by the bottle and can, if you wanted to. Low fibre foods. Oh, okay. I don't even know what's low and high in fibre, to be honest with you.
Old school AI fact check on loose. Fuck me, it's true. When feeding two children born a year apart, the mother's body adjusts the milk composition primarily for the youngest baby, while still safely feeding the older child.
So it actually adjusts to one, the lowest.
That's the oddest apology I've ever heard.
What do you want me to say?
I'm sorry, babe. You were right. Sorry for not defending you and letting my own insecurities about breastfeeding, having never breastfed a child or birthed a child, and never having a career in midwifery, overrule my logic in that my wife has consulted a qualified midwife on the matter in real time. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I thought it was nonsense, but I legitimately thought it was flat nonsense.
That was almost an apology.
That was an apology.
I'm sorry.
You don't have to keep apologising to me. I'm sorry.
We're so close.
We're really close. I can't do it though.
Why not?
Like, I can't.
Why?
It still sounds like nonsense.
Seriously?
Well, to be fair, the AI check says it actually adapts to the youngest child.
Oh my God! Stop doubling down and just say, I'm sorry.
He's too old and set in his ways to apologise. I will apologise. I am sorry. Don't hold the stare for me to say something different.
No, thank you.
There we go. Good. It's milk for one that's still usable by another. Yeah. Not milk for two different babies. Pritter says, sounds like Liam's still right. I just read comments on stream. I just read out the bottom two comments. Ow. Stop, chat, because you'll just make her angry now. Don't apologise.
That'll be my answer.
Don't apologise. Double down. You're too far. Dog. Will you do mega pints? No. I've had a few poops as big as a small child. I think I probably have as well, to be fair. You made a leave chat. I'm just saying. What the fuck is a mega pint? A mega pint is 2 pints. They sell them at Beachhead. Liam provides lesson on how to keep Mrs. happy. Popcorn needed. Can we make pre-orders for Hobby House yet? No. No. So I don't know if you missed the start of the stream or early mid-stream escapade, but we might have to open physical before website's ready. The only way I'll be able to take pre-orders would be via website. So... when did you start having trouble? Was chat ganged up on the wife with me? And well, I just read it out. It's 2 pints, so it doesn't change it. Yeah, so they call it a mega pint, I think, is what it's called at Beachhead. I'm sure it's Beachhead where Josh got it from. And it's a 2 pint fucking plastic. I think it's a recipe for disaster, to be fair. So I don't think, and I also question the mega pint. I also question, so I've done my personal license. I'm a personal license holder. If you guys are unaware, specifically from other countries, there's a number of fucking hoops to jump through to be able to sell alcohol in this country, in the UK. So you have to have a personal license. If you have a personal license, you can then apply for a premises license. And there's lots and lots and lots of things you have to do and criteria you have to fulfill to be able to sell alcohol on your premises, right? So part of the training essentially talks about responsible selling. Okay, so if I sold you a neat pint of vodka, that's not responsible selling, and I can lose my license for doing that. Okay, so I question the mega pint concept, whether that sits in or out of the realms of responsible selling. The other thing as well is we're trying to build a cool premium hangout venue to play your Warhammer and enjoy yourself, right? That's what we're trying to do, ultimately. And what I don't want to happen, and I categorically don't want this to happen, is I don't want people to come to Hobby House to play Warhammer and get shit-faced. Do I want you to be able to enjoy a few drinks, have a few beers, wind down after a day at work, and have a few beers over the course of a weekend? Yeah, cool. Okay, that's fine. No issue with that at all. Do I want you to be absolutely shit-faced so your opponent's having a terrible time? And I've heard so many fucking horror stories of people that have gone to events and their opponents have been utterly shit-faced and they've been knocking things over and knocking models and dropping fucking tape measures, and I would be like, I'm packing my shit up because you're going to break something. I'm not interested. And I've also heard horror stories where people have come in the next morning to play their first game, they're ready to go, and their opponent is still in fucking bed. Or they turn up and they're so fucking hungover that they end up stinking. And I've actually literally seen someone go to sleep under the table during the game, and that ruins your opponent's experience. So I don't see the need in selling a mega pint. I don't see where that benefits anybody ever. That we're not in a venue where you have to walk 10 minutes to get to the bar. It's not that big. It's literally 10 to 20 steps. You're at the bar. So if you drink your first pint and you want another one, go and get another one. It's really easy. So I just, you know, when we go to Beachhead, there is a little bit of, there's a few people that are like, get on it, because we're away for the weekend, we're in a hotel room, get on the beer. Fine, that's cool, I'm okay with it. And Beachhead do these mega pints, about fucking 84 quid for this double pint cup. I don't want to, I don't have no interest in that. Was Joe at Beachhead? People were buying those on the first day. It's almost like there's almost a thing about it as well. Like it's almost like I got a mega pint. Fucking so what? Just enjoy yourself. A what?
There better be a woo-woo on the menu for the Hobby House.
What the fuck is a woo-woo? Was that Joe under the table? No, I don't think I've ever seen him under the table. It ruins the experience. Had first-hand experience. It's not fun for anyone. Well, there you go. See, exactly. Bottles of lager and cider is fine. No need for a massive sesh drinking. Exactly. How much per mega pints? It wasn't that much. It's like 2 pints in a singular cup. It really does. I do still feel it does cost more to get to that 2,000 points mark. Obviously, in buying all new, of course. And what's worse is half done now changing the meta. Well, yeah. It depends on how much you want to lock into the meta, though, right? A premium experience does not include puke in the toilets, 100%. A pink cocktail, right? Okay. Probably why I don't know. Will you have good coffee? 100%. I suspect our coffees and hot chocolates will be our most popular drinks. Woo is a shit cocktail, is it? What's in it? What's in fucking woo woo? I've not even heard it before. I also don't really drink cocktails. I know like the basic normal. We won't be selling cocktails. Wait till they roll out the Hobby House dress code, suits only, of course. And we have to check the brand before you're allowed in as well, Carl. If we open it, it says George Asda. Turn around. Turn around. Woo and a woo. Oh, that's what's in it. Okay, cool. Do you have a plan on pairing people that rent a table in Hobby House but don't have an opponent with them? Why would they book a table? Please have options for the coffee and chocolate-like flavors. What do you mean? Like caramel, hazelnut, vanilla, etc. Or I couldn't have a decent hot chocolate, I'd be sleepy. The hot chocolate is a nuts. Cranberry juice, vodka, peach, and snaps. It's just bullshit and costs 20 quid. It doesn't even sound nice, does it? Mine's tailored because of fat. Mine too, don't you worry. How many beers are there in a case in the UK? 24 here in Sweden, and I've assumed it's the same everywhere, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah. Bottles, you can get them in 3s, 6s, 12s, 24s. I think you can get cans in cases of up to 30, maybe 48. You don't need to sell cocktails and massive pints. That's not what we've become for 100% exactly. That's my point. Will you do coffee in a Norgie for us? Yeah. But what I've got to do first, Holio, right, is I've got to pour coffee in the Norgie and then sort of rinse it out, but not really rinse it out. And then I've got to put tea in it and rinse it out, and then coffee again, and then tea, and then you drink it. And you have no idea what it is. You just put it in your cup, off you go. You need a Hobby House WhatsApp group so people can arrange games to meet up. No, not WhatsApp, not phone numbers. We'll do possibly Discord, probably Facebook, so people can arrange things. We won't be doing WhatsApp because phone numbers.
If you could create a battle box for 40k, which faction would you choose and what models would you put in? Also, can't wait to visit HH when it opens.
If I could put together a battle box for 40k, I look at what's gone out with the value so far, I think what would have been super cool would have been an Aspect Host battle box. And I think you could have put in there 5 of the new dragons, 5 of the new spiders, 5 of the new hawks, 5 banshees, 5 reapers, and then maybe 1 of each of the autarchs as a start. I don't think you include the scorpions because they're in a 10-man kill team box. I don't think you include the shining spears. Maybe you include the shining spears. Something like that. That's what I would do. It'll be Eldar. It would be that. Because the 2 autarchs aren't named characters. You get a foot autarch and a winged autarch. You can also kit bash those parts together. They're interchangeable. So they work quite nicely together. And then 5 aspect squads. What a beautiful box that would be. That's what I would do. You forgot tomato soup or stubborn range stew and a Norgie to give us genuine range experience. We can do that. And we'll make you stand outside in the car park to get it served up. Thank you for the $5. Thank you for the question. What a hero. Chat, we're actually 18 likes away from smashing all of the day's targets. I keep reading HH's Horror Heresy. Surely there'll be custard creams available for brew dipping. I mean, I do like a custard cream. You know what I used to hate at the time? Gunfire. That shit was disgusting. It was disgusting. Gunfire was rancid every fucking Christmas. 6 and 24 packs here in Sweden. Also, fat bloke, so sorry for not sending postcards, but paydays next week. So, oh, bless you. Don't worry about it, mate. There is a lot you can do with the phone number. Mm-hmm. Yeah. With a bowl and no cutlery, just bread. Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, it's your own fault for not bringing your racing spoon. Oh, all the non-vets in chat now, like, what the fuck are these lots on about? What the hell are they talking about? So, there used to be, there's a Norwegian, right, is essentially a big container, right, with, it's got like a, it's basically like supposed to be like thermal, like heat keeping, like a thermos type thing, but it's big fucking green thing like that, right? And Norwegians, they put stuff in it to go away with, so you'd fucking pack up your food at the cookhouse, right? You fill it, you strap your fucking lid down, and it's supposed to keep it warm or hot once you travel it to wherever the blokes need to eat or drink, right? That's what they are. That's what Norwegians are essentially. And you used to use them commonly on ranges and stuff like that. So if you go out on a day on the ranges to do like your what was used to be called an APWT, so personal weapons tests and stuff like that, you'd be getting, the only way you get hot tea and coffee or your food was out of these Norwegians if you weren't getting fucking rat bags, which were fucking horrible things. And so you used to get like the tea coffee joke was because it was cough tea, because they were never cleaned out enough. So if they'd had a coffee in it before and they banged a tea in it, you just tasted both. Horrible shit. And then range stew was you just open up with this fucking, it was just made flat in the Norwegian, and you just fucking scoop it up on a bowl and have some old horrible bread and frozen butter. So if you try to spread the butter on the bread, you just rip a hole in it, and then yeah. Horrible stuff, but that's what Norwegians are, just in case you cared, right? And then if you had rat bags, they were fucking awful things as well, with some shit brand of crisps you never heard of, a horrible fucking rancid sandwich. It wasn't nice. Thank you, Matt, for the 5 gifted. Thank you, Yeston, for the 1 gifted. What a legend. You need to make up for it now. You've really pissed her off. I just about saved it, and then off you lot went. That's me in for it now tonight. The people moaning were the ones who'd half-assed cleaning them. I never cleaned a Norwegian, Carl. Jesus. That's not my job. Let's get the train moving again. Thank you, Esther, by the way. I think you're all just fearful for me. You're going to be in a fucking mood now. Like school meals from the 80s from Happy Shopper, a rat bag, yeah, 100%. Absolutely, Britters. It's your fault. It's your comments I read. She even put the scorebook away, so Matt and Yeston's gifted aren't even going to count on the scores now. I'll have to write them down. Where's my fucking pen gone? Oh, here we are. Where's my pen? I need to write the scores down because she's gone because you fucking ruined it for me. Now I'm going to get beat. I had a spare pen somewhere. I'll use my element pen. That's what I'll do. This is what I've got to do now. Yeah. Oh. He says he uses element pen. It doesn't currently work. I think what chat has done is justified Liam being beaten tonight. I think you'll find I was right. I get beaten the most when I'm right. I should actually bail from the stream. Yeah, gone. Second you lot piled on, gone. Now I'm annoyed I don't know where my pen is. And my other pen that I got out doesn't work. Oh, another element pen. Oh, this one works. Okay, good. This one's working pen. Yeston 1. And then Matt for 5 more. The stream has stopped my right eye from twitching for the past few days. What's going on with your eye, mate? Payday Tuesday, mate. 2 skin. Bless you. Mate, it was a job of 6 and 10s to do after parading at guard room. Fair. I don't think I ever did 6 and 10s, to be fair. Good boy, honestly. Falling apart, I think it's strong. I think it's strong. Is it just because we're not talking about breasts, Carl? Is that what it is? I've got another fucking 6 o'clock alarm tomorrow as well. Ugh, to be back in work. I'm not complaining. I'm not. But my God, I miss not having 6 o'clock alarms. You might as well tell us the number now, as it's all gone tits up. Literally, I'm not telling you the number. Tiredness, probably. I am quite tired too. I get my right eye right. When I was a kid.
You forgot to mention the frozen D-shaped pasty in the horror bags that didn't even defrost in direct sunlight.
I forgot about the D-shaped pasty, Keith. Oh, I forgot about that. I bet they must have supposed to walk on the grass. What was I saying? Yeah, when I was a kid, I had a fucking squint, so I looked off in a different direction, out that way with this eye, right? It was quite a bad one. So when I was young, she's not here.
Luce, how can we make it up to you?
She's up. I just had her in a bath. Gone. You fucked it. So I used to be one of them Uzis, right? Uzi looking at. Off it goes that way. And when I was young, 3, 4, 5, something like that, I had squint surgery, where they essentially operate on the muscle group behind your eye to stop it from just fucking off in its own direction, right? That was obviously 20, 30 plus years ago now, 33, 34 years ago, right? And they did originally think, quite honestly, they did say to my mum, it will never be quite right, and he'll probably have to wear glasses and what have you. Now, I was very lucky that the surgeon I had was the country's best at the time, right? So he operated, and I had to wear a patch for fucking weeks and months at school because of the recovery of the eye and all that kind of stuff. And when they did the assessment after, they were like, he seems all right, like everything seems okay. Tested my eyes, tested my vision, was like, he doesn't need glasses either. And up until last year or the year before, I'd never owned a pair of glasses and never needed them. And I am very lucky that my eyes point in the same direction, and they've never been. But I can't. You know how people can like turn them in on purpose? I cannot do it, because what they did essentially was I can't remember the exact detail, but they lock the movement of that one to that one, so mine will always move the same way, and it means that I can't do like the intentional turn your eyes in and focus on a point in here or whatever. I can't do it. What does happen though is this one, the one that was operated on, is weaker overall. I can still pass an eye test. I still don't need glasses for every day, but it is weaker overall, and it does get really fucking fatigued. When I'm tired, what you might have noticed is my right eyelid can drop because it gets so fucking tired. And then I sometimes, I don't know if this is the same, but I sometimes get the same little like shake when it's really tired. And obviously at the moment I'm not fucking getting worlds of sleep, and I'm not resting all the time. I'm looking at lots of computer screens, so I'm getting tired quite often. So it's likely just a tiredness thing. It's just a muscle fatigue on your eye. So the best advice is always, obviously, with your eyes specifically, get more rest, less screens if you can help it, less mobile phones, etc. So yeah, these influences in cosmetic surgery. I mean, I don't think there's any cosmetic surgery I'd ever actually really have, apart from maybe turkey teeth, if I wasn't so terrified of all the terrible stories I'd heard. Biscuit browns and powder squash. Powder squash like Screech. So you've never been able to see the magic eye photo? No, what's that? Yeah, Screech was my favourite thing. Screech was a lemon powder that you used to get, and we used to put it in people's camelbacks. It was funny. And Biscuits Browns was the thing you'd get on exercise and eat straight away to try and clog yourself up. So you didn't have to go have a shit in the woods. I'm getting no streams tomorrow, or give the bruising a chance to heal. There'll be streams tomorrow. I'm going to have to take the rap for you lot tonight now, but, you know. The least you can do is get the gifting up to make it all worth it. I get right twitchy eye when I'm tired. Yeah, it's probably just tiredness escapade is what I'm saying. Just going to fall asleep to you guys. Need some rest. Stay safe and always be kind. Thanks, Matt, for the 50 at the start. You're a hero. The Rat Pack coffee was a lifesaver in Iraq and Afghanistan. It was rancid. What are you on about? But that shit put fur inside your mouth. That was rancid stuff. The Rat Pack hot chocolate was goated. My left eye currently not able to close because the muscle's not working. It's horrible. Can you force it though, Lehman? Can you like? Because the problem is it'll go red because it'll dry out. I'm sure you know. I'm sure they've told you all this. I don't know why I'm telling you. You're in the right place. So look after yourself, man. Kept you awake. I mean, it did do that. Yeah, it also made you shit through the afternoon. I didn't touch the stuff. Eat biscuits brown to clog up. Don't touch the Rat Pack coffee. Jesus Christ. That stuff was horrible. Not called biscuits brown for nothing, yeah. And biscuits fruits. I love army namings. My favourite. It's my favourite. Did any of you hit the Models for Heroes post and send a little dono? Tell me if you did. My right eye starts twitching when I'm completely done with other people's bullshit, I've been told. It's moments before I absolutely lose my shit. No, you'll get nothing. She's gone for a bath. YouTube is still struggling for me. Oh, how? I expect it's just tiredness, as it's mostly the evenings lately and had a lot of new house bullcrap to sort out still a month after moving in and work being buttholes. Yeah, it's stress and tiredness, isn't it? It's a combination. You'll be fine. Yeah, there's no chance, Yestin. Mortyhammer, thank you for the one gifted. You're a hero. Chair general purpose. Yeah, I know. I love the naming conventions. I love it. That's kind of one of the things I miss the most, I reckon. I think because of how fast this has slowed down, we're not going to get to the membership giveaway goal tonight. How's YouTube struggling for you anyway, Morty? I had to do a fucking feedback survey the other day, and I was not the kindest. I wasn't rude. I don't believe in just being rude for the sake of being rude, but how much do you feel like YouTube has listened to your problems? Not at all. How much do you feel like YouTube has helped you when you've had technical issues? Not fucking at all. Lots of those like questions, and I was like, I don't normally do that. Interestingly, I don't normally do the surveys, right? I don't normally touch them. But this was one of those occasions where I was like, I think I'm going to have a look, and it was a lot of questions about the level of support I've had when I've had problems or issues and stuff like that. And so I actually was like, fuck it, I'm actually going to fill it in. It took like 5 minutes or so, but I filled it in anyway. And it was a lot of stuff about, because if you think about all the issues I had with the gifteds breaking and with the chat names changing to the @ signs and all this kind of shit that was going on, I was like, I actually feel like I want to fill this one in. And then there was a big comment box at the end, and I fucking filled it. Because I'm aware they don't care about me. I don't make enough money for them to give a shit about what I say or don't say, but they're going to give you an opportunity to have a moan, and you don't have a moan. You can't really keep moaning, because they gave you an opportunity to directly feedback. I know they won't do anything, but they gave me an opportunity to directly feedback, so I did. Biblical Nipple, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. You're a legend. Snap's still not fixed. Well, that's what I'm saying. So I talked about the all snap problem, which I'm not the only channel that had the issue with. I talked about the although I haven't had one for a while, touch wood. I talked about the gifteds issue where I didn't get any support for that. There's a few things. There's a number of occasions where I've received an email from my partner manager, which is clearly like a group all send all email, and I receive it, and it's not personal. It's not personalised to me. It's just I need to do a thing to justify my existence. I'm going to send an email out. And then I reply to them, oh, hey, I was wondering about this thing, and I don't hear any response at all. Like, good, okay. So you sent the send all, I've done my bit, cool. I also, I've told you this before, my partner manager changes every 3 months, and I fucking hate it. Because you get a partner manager, you start to get to they learn about your channel, they learn about your content, they start to learn about how much you understand, They go, oh, do you know about this? Yeah, I know about that. Do you know about this? Yeah, I know about that. And you go through this whole process. They do like an assessment of your channel. They always come up with the same results because they've probably got some fucking template to work from. And then they go, oh, by the way, I'm off now because it's my 3 months is up. I've got to give you a new partner manager. And the whole process starts again. It's so counterintuitive. It's so, I'd like to do an assessment of your channel. Fuck off. I'm not interested. You're not gonna say anything different to what the last person said, and it's not a personalised scheme. It's not a tailored experience. My partner manager should be my partner manager who knows. Oh, I know what Liam does. So this thing I'm about to suggest to him is actually utterly pointless because he doesn't do that anyway. So let's not do that. Let's just look for buzzwords in the survey. It means nothing apart from a good presentation for low-grade staff and a management program. Yeah, well, and what they also do is I think they just hope people go strongly agree, strongly agree, strongly agree, and I didn't. I went the opposite end of the scale. So hopefully I've fucked some of their results up. But if 100 people do the survey and 99 people say strongly agree and I say disagree or strongly disagree, mine's doing nothing, is it? I'm not, and it's an anonymous survey as well. So let's be honest, it's not like they're going to come back to me and be like, oh, you're the only person unhappy. Why is that? Would you allow a person to book a game table for the entire weekend? Maybe. If the cost was correct. Why? I want some advice, Liam. What do you think about trying to champion heresy in my local community? I'm afraid to put in the work, and I can't get any players for heresy. I mean, if it's your favourite game, championing it is 100% something you perhaps should do. It's hard to... Because you want to get people that want to jump on board and play with you because they think it sounds cool and interesting. So you kind of need to create a gateway drug into heresy, which possibly wouldn't be loads of work, where I don't know if it's like maybe the continents of Saturnine or whatever, and people get to play smaller sort of skirmishy style games against each other. How that works on the smallest or smaller scale for heresy, I don't actually know. What I will say is, and I mean this in the nicest possible way, is the people out there that will tell you, what's an example? Trench Crusade's the best, right? You need to. I think that I think you always need to be a little bit careful about how hard you push a thing when everyone else goes, I'm not interested in heresy. I think, cool, okay. Well, if you ever want to give it a go, I've got a set we can play. I can teach you the rules, etc. That's the right way of going about it, rather than no, you really should play it. Because the pushy person will never win over in that circumstance. Because if you're like me, I'm PDA, right? Pathological demand avoidance is what that stands for. PDA basically means when someone says you should do this, you really should do it. I go no. They go why? I'm like because you've told me to, and I don't like that. Which is fucking stupid sometimes, to be honest with you, but it is what it is. It's how that happens. You really should. When the Harry Potter films came out, I was a young teen, and the amount of people that said you've got to watch them. They're so good, you have to watch them. Nah. Why? Because you've told me I have to, so I don't want to now. I don't want all this hype around the world rammed down my throat, and it was rammed down your throat at the time, right? So I was like, flat no, I'm not doing it. And then now, years later, last year is the first year that I watched all of the films all the way through. I've now seen the whole film series all the way through twice, because I actually think they're really good. But I got to a point where I just kind of naturally had the curiosity to watch the films, right? I know it's not fully relevant, but it's similar. If you say to everybody, you've got to play Horus Heresy, it's the best game they've made, it's the best, I mean, it isn't, because the best is subjective. So for some people it's the best. I'm sure John would probably tell you it's the best, because he's a massive Heresy fan. Other people will go, well, no, AOS is the best, and some people will say 40k is the best. I think the best piece of advice I can say is put in a small to medium amount of work. Don't get 2,000-3,000 point legions ready to teach someone, because one, it will be overwhelming for them, and two, that is a lot of effort and money. Put in a small amount of work, maybe like a Saturnine box set, perhaps, or something like that, something akin to that kind of size, right? And then go, it's here if you want it, it's here if you want to have a go. And I guarantee that someone sometime will be like, oh, fuck it, I'll give it a go. And at that point, you've got the curiosity, and then you've just got to sell the game. You've just got to sell how good it is without being overly enthusiastic. Now, I think, personally, a game like Heresy, it's a bit of a challenge because the rule set's complicated, But I think, especially those people that haven't perhaps you've got probably two groups of people. Pre-8th and post-8th people that are playing Warhammer 40k, right? The pre-8th people, you can say things like, you know, initiative, it's similar to what it used to be. And they'll be like, oh, it's familiar, it'll be easier to take it on. You're going to need a little bit more work for the 8th and post people, because then you're going to go, weapon skill. What the fuck's this? Like, what do I hit on? Well, it depends on what you're fighting against. What the fuck? And if you can calmly, without overcomplicating it, going, well, it's quite easy, look, just check this. And then always, here's the thing for me, right? I'm going into real granular detail here. I don't think you should say it's better than 40k. Don't say that. I don't know what their main game is, but for sake of argument, this is how weapon skill works. Can you see how it's better than 40k? So what you do is you go, this is how weapon skill works. And what it means is a master bladesman will hit a solar auxiliary guardsman really easily, and that guardsman is going to struggle to hit the master bladesman because their weapon skills are so different. But if that guardsman is then hit another guardsman, it's kind of more equal, so it changes the value that you need, and it's a scalable value. And if you kind of explain it in a narrative context and not say, can you see how it's better? This is why it's better. Because the one thing I fucking hate is, this is why it's better. This is why Trench Crusade is better. This is why AOS is better. Better is subjective, but better isn't a fact. You know, it's just not a fact. On occasion, better can be fact. It's very rare. It's subjective, especially when you're talking about a game system and how it plays. So if you don't say, this is why it's better than 40k, and instead you say, this is what it means. This is what weapon skill means. This is how initiative works. What it means is the people that are the most kind of alert and the swiftest, they're just always going to be hitting first. There are occasions where they can't because of things like disordered charges, but for the most part, they're always going to be hitting first. And then people will go, oh, I think naturally people will go, oh, that makes sense. Maybe that's how it should work. And then they'll tell themselves that they do or don't like the narrative behind it and the kind of how it works that way, right? So I think that's the best way you can do it, right? In essence, I think that's the best way you can do it. If you give it a narrative spin, if you explain to them why or how it kind of works in a narrative context, for example, or in a kind of cool context, people will then naturally themselves decide whether they think it's best or worst, right? They might go, I don't like this weapon skill bollocks. I prefer 40k, where I have a number and I roll it. Fine, and don't try and convince them otherwise, because you won't half the time. And again, if you push it hard, those people are going to go, no, fuck off. I don't want to follow your rhetoric there. I want to make up my own mind. So if you focus on what it means for that rule to work in that way, and the fact that a Primarch fighting a Primarch, they're likely to hit on 4s, but a Primarch fighting a fucking a Guardsman, they're going to be hitting on 2s. I think at that point people will go, oh, well, that makes sense. Because at the moment, Angron hitting a Guardsman in 40k hits on 2s, and Angron hitting Fulgrim hits on 2s. Now, I fucking love Angron, but should he be hitting Fulgrim on 2s? Well, narratively, no. Like, he shouldn't be. Fulgrim's like a master bladesman. He's Emperor's Children, right? So he shouldn't be being hit on 2s. He's got a much more chance of parrying Angron, right? But I mean, I think this is the thing for me that I honestly, chat, bit of life advice here, and you can take it or leave it. I don't really care. But this is a piece of life advice that I think a lot of people could learn, and a lot of companies can learn, and specifically in this country, I don't know if it's true everywhere, but a lot of politicians could learn as well. Is you sell your product, you don't by telling everyone how great it is, and having a good product in the first instance, right? So you say that I've got the best coffee because of this reason. You say that this game's the best. This game's great because, not the best. Don't use the word the best. This coffee's great because. This game's great because. There's a reason why you avoid the word the best. Our political party is great because. Our game company is great because. Right. So that's what you say, and then you stop. Because the second a company comes out and says, our product's good because, and this product can't even do that, I'm like, you've just lost points for me straight away. if you have to slander another company or another product or another party or whatever to try and make you look better, well, you're clearly not confident that you're good enough in the first instance, right? So that's something to be cognizant of. So you with heresy, sell the narrative rule set. Tell them why that's great. Don't say it's the best, because the second you say it's the best, you're telling them that their product's shit, or their product's less good than the one that you're trying to sell them. Which is why we don't use the best. You can say things like, you know, language is important often. So you can say things like, this is why I personally love it. This is why I personally love a Samsung. Right? This is why I personally love 40k. Because I think that it does a great job of translating the narrative onto the tabletop. And here's some fucking great examples. Weapon skill, initiative, AP, whatever, blast templates, whatever it might be, armor values, you know, firing arcs. This is why I think it's great. You haven't said best, you haven't compared it to anything else, you haven't slandered the person's product, because a person who goes, this is 40k, this is my baby, this is the thing I love, right? This is my favourite game in the world. By calling your thing the best or telling me why it's better than 40k, I'm going to get defensive. I'm going to go, no, fuck off. No, why? I'm going to clam up and I'm going to be like, it's part of the PDA as well, but it's like, stop it, right? No, fuck, I don't want you to attack my thing. But by me holding my thing, holding my 40k, and you go, this is what I can do in Heresy, I'm going to go, oh, that's quite cool. And this is what the other thing I can do. Oh, that's also cool. And I might put this down and I might be interested. Does that make sense? It's more long-winded than I think the question probably wanted, but that's just how I go about my thinking in general. How I go about my thinking. I could sit here and tell you this content's dog shit, and this content's dog shit, and this channel's crap, and this channel's crap, in my own opinion, and this is why you should watch us instead. And I try not to do that. I just try and be like, this is why I think you should come and get involved with us, right? Because I don't believe in shitting on others to make yourself look better. Because in that case, what you're saying is, I can't be bothered to just try and look better, so I'm going to make other people look worse, so I can stay the same, but look better. I don't like that. Sadly, there is so little critical thinking these days, it feels people want to be told what's the best, not research it. Yes, and that's true, and I'm cognizant of it. Like, the influencer world, I hate the word, the influencer world though, people go to me, what's the best list for? What's the best unit for? What's the best way of doing this? And I'm always a bit aware and self-conscious is that I'm always aware and self-conscious that if I say eradicators are the best, that person might then make a financial decision based on what I've said and then might have not the result they wanted. So I'll try and give multiple options. I think these are cool. These are cool. This is another option you could do. This is another option you could do. In the hope that someone goes away and goes, I'll have a look at which ones I prefer and the reason why I might prefer them. And it could be rules and it could be models. It could be aesthetic, whatever, you know. But people do, and people go, is the BMW fucking 3 Series a good car? Data can give you some of whether you do or don't think that makes it a good car. But you know, it won't necessarily, like, some people love them, some people hate them, and I think you're right. I think there is a lack of critical thinking out there, and it makes me sad. Pie Walker, thank you for 5 more gifted members. I'll write it down on my little list. We've also got. Did I read out the 10? Did I read out the 10? Thank you so much, Biblical Nipple for the 10 gifted members. Let me write these down. Bib, Nip, 10. Pie. Walker. 5. Heroes. Thank you so much. Legends! It is, however, the end of the show. So I'm going to go get punched in the mouth. You people are amazing. Thank you so much for smashing all the targets tonight, you wonderful heroes. You are best. I love you. You're amazing. I am not going to hang around for too much longer because I'm fucking exhausted and I've got to get up early tomorrow and get back into work to carry on. Building our palace. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the video done tomorrow for the update. It might be something that has to wait to the weekend or perhaps Monday because we've had so many tradesmen in so early. Okay, so yeah, so you know, I'll see. I'll get you an update video soon. I'm very excited to show you how far we've come. So tomorrow we're back with the Liam and Joe show at 13:30. You get to come and join me and Joe for another build stream. I could even give you a Toby and Joe show if you wanted that, But I'm very nervous about target numbers because Joe's got the stream with Paddy tomorrow evening, so I can not die of exhaustion on Friday. So let me know what you think. We come back with After Dark on Friday. You have got Joe versus Paddy, Emperor's Children versus Blood Angels tomorrow night, so you can look forward to that one. We've got After Dark at 9 o'clock on Friday, and then I'm just going to be flat fucked for 2 days before we go again on Monday. So look forward to the extra 3 streams this week.
Influencers with morals need deserved dollar.
I try, Rory. I try. I dread to think how many fucking sponsorship deals I've turned down because I'm like, no, your product's shit. They're not huge amounts of money, so don't get me wrong. But, you know, if someone came in and said, I want you to promote fucking this thing and you're going to get 50 grand, I think I'd have to really think about it. But I think I'd probably also come on stream and be like, by the way, this product's shit, but they give me 50 grand and then do the advert, right? But we'll see. Anyway, thank you for hanging out. You're amazing people. Hopefully you've enjoyed the show. Thank you for all the likes. You're heroes. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for the questions. Thank you for the jokes. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the gifteds as well. Always thank you. And I never shy away from saying thank you because, as my normal co-host would say, you are in fact best chat. Although she probably wouldn't say it tonight because you pissed her off, right? Just saying. I'm also partly to blame, but mostly you. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow for the Liam and Joe show. If not, we'll see you in the next one.